welcome back to Pond Nightmares. Well, welcome back to Just Do It Properly. I don't know what to call it anymore. K1 micro, getting through the gridding, coming through the pump. I don't understand how it's getting through. The only thing I can do is take all this out again, which is an absolute pain in the arse. Little down there. This multi-way is getting on my bloody nerves now. Yeah, so I've got to get all this out and then have a look. I mean, I put bricks down there to hold the cage, the gridding down and everything, but still not worked. So yeah, getting annoyed with this now. I'm going to bury this pipe now as well, do it properly, so I'll do that. Right, I've got all that out pretty much. Yeah, I don't know. Maybe it's getting down the sides here, but things sort of. I mean, I've had a brick here holding that down. This is like we've got one that's gone underneath this cage bit here, but it's, I double layered that, so that's not getting through. You can see it's stuck in between, which isn't ideal, but. I mean, this stuff's such a pain to clean up. So what I'm going to have to do, I'm going to have to lift this grid up now and then just let it all fall to the bottom and then get it out. It's just going to be easier. But yeah, it's getting on bloody nerves now. Right, okay. Going to take this grid. Let's just pull this grid up now. Well, it is tight in there. Yeah, I mean, I could put a cage on that bottom 2-inch outlet, but at the end of the day I don't want the K1 getting down the bottom because it can't escape, you know, so I need to stop it from getting through rather than put something on the end of that. Yeah, don't know, So I was just looking at the bloody dirty leaves in there, look. Yeah, anyway, I'm going to get all this K1 out now. Cheers. Right, I've got this gridding system in my hand now. It's pretty obvious what's going on here. I clearly haven't put enough cable ties in because there's just gaps. Look, there's one here, you know, it's obviously going up and under. It's quite tight, but it's, yeah, I think it just needs more cable ties in it. It should be fine. But I mean, you get this topper kit stuff, like which is this actual gridding stuff here. You get these clips, but they don't. You can't use them because they're not deep enough. So, like for instance, if I show you here, put it in between my legs quick. So you put one there, but then you can't get the clip on the back here because it don't reach. So I don't get what that's all about. And this grid was from Evolution. Sorry, it's from Eco Filtration as well. So yeah, weird. Don't know. Anyway, let me cable tie this lot up. Right, it's going to trim them down, and then job is a good one. I hope so anyway, because it's doing my Sweden. My missus actually put the cable ties on these, didn't you? You did, she's done a right shit job. What are you laughing at you? Trusted her with one job. I should have looked at it, to be honest. Yeah, it's going to trim them off and then get that back in and then just get that pipe plumbed in properly. Alright, cheers. Right, we're getting somewhere. Right, so that's back in now. I'm just going to still use this bloody brick because it's just, it bounces a bit, you know. I don't want anything falling down the back of there, so I mean, I actually PP'd this brick, so put a paranoid on. You can't see it, but this end's alright. It's nice and flat to the bottom, but with the weight of that air stone there, should be alright. So I just built a channel through there. So that's going to come off of there. I'm going to put a ball valve on it because I've got a spare one, and it means I can turn the water off here rather than over there. Yeah, so that come off of there. I'm going to put all this soil, flatten that out, so it just the pump just sits on the floor, and then yeah, what I'll have to do, because that's not going to work, I'll have to nick, because I've got a spare return here. I'm going to nick the fitting off of that. Yeah, and then lay this pipe so it's going to go down there and literally straight up, out, no rubber fittings, just all solvent well fittings, and that'll neaten that up. So you shouldn't see any of the pipe on the ground, you just see it coming up there, if you know what I mean. Alright, cheers. The fish think they're being fed, but that's what I'm talking about. You don't want your fish eating K1. Don't want to be shitting that out, seriously. Your arse would look like a Japanese flag. More of it. Yeah, there's one, got another bit floating over there, look. Straight through the pump, straight in the return, look. Oh, those at the back there. Skimmer will catch that anyway, so. Yeah. Speaking of skimmers, actually, I found something that works for me and doesn't restrict too much flow is the oh no, that's gone balls up. Yeah, what I was saying was when you turn that water off, the basket floats up, but as you can see it's catching the food fine. Just a piece of jack matting in there, and obviously I'll pull it out in a minute, but that's working. Also drilled some holes at the bottom, so that stops the flow restricting. I mean, if I went on holiday I'd probably take it out, but it seems to be working. It's catching the food, but I might just put a feeding basket back on there. Yeah, anyway, cracking on. God, sun's blaring now. Lovely jubbly. Right, yeah, so it's simple as that really. Comes off the pump, comes down, underground, and then it'll come up here, on an elbow, bosh. And job's a good one. Gotta stop saying that. Right, and we're in. So yeah, so it just goes down there. Slight angle coming up there. That's on purpose so I can get round here a bit easier. If it's straight, it's going to be in a way I'll have to hop over it. But yeah, all good. It's going to bury that now, and I'll show you what it looks like when it's all buried. Good old, cheers. Right, we're winning. Right, there you go. Nice and buried out of the way. Straight in there. Let's get the water back in here. So what I'm going to do with this is I'm going to get a couple of self-tapping screws and some washers. I'm just going to put three little screws around that back, just slightly in, and then take that brick out, obviously. So open this up, get some water back in there. Oh, there she blows. Took all the food out of that. Do that clean in a minute before I put that back in there. Yeah, so be careful with these. When there's no pressure holding them down, they pop up and they start turning over and stuff. So that should be alright now. All that suction. That part flat's in the way at the moment. Let that do its thing. That's coming in now. What a ball ache. Yeah, sorry about the stability of the camera. I've lost my selfie stick. I don't know what I've done with it. Just pick that up in a minute. So now what I've got here as well, I can regulate the pump much easier. Obviously I need to plumb all this in and do the wiring and that. Yeah, and then I'll just, when it's actually spring, not this, whatever you call it, this ain't spring, it's just nonsense. Yeah, I can actually get in and do some proper job. I need the ground to be dry, you know. So anyway, I'm going to bore you with this. stop that right there and I'll get back to you. Cheers. Right, all done. Everything's back up and running. Here's a new pipe. Gosh. Yeah, this one's dragging a bit. Hopefully, that's something more interesting to bloody do. But yeah, I'm happy. Another job done. Fish are absolutely fine. Got a picking the fish up on the weekends. That should be a better video because this one's there's bits of K1. Look. Kid hell. Yeah. But anyway, that's done. No leaks, which is always a bonus. And yeah, roll the happy dance. See you next time. Cheers.